Desires versus greed. On this video, we are going to be comparing desire and greed so that at the end of this video, we'll know what to do to keep our desires in check so it does not become greed. I am Adesu Agbenga Adeyemi. I'm a medical laboratory scientist, and on this channel, I post inspirational videos to inspire your hope for now and the future. Before we begin, let's take a look at the two terms. Desire. What is desire? Desire is a feeling of wanting something, maybe a feeling of wanting to have what you don't have or what you have that is not enough, and you desire to have more of it for your personal need and satisfaction. Then greed is a great uncontrollable desire, excessive desire for possession, for wealth. Is a desire that has gone beyond the level of control. It has become uncontrollable and excessive in nature. So let's go straight to the difference between the two. Desire is natural. Desire is inborn. Even children, newborn babies, they do have desire. That's why a newborn baby will cry whenever he's hungry. The hunger is desire. Whenever a newborn baby is tasty, the baby will cry. He has a desire that he wants to be fulfilled. So desire is inborn. But greed is something that we become at a particular point. It's not natural. It's very, very unnatural. A person that is greedy becomes greedy at a particular point in life. So desire is natural. It is inherent in man. It is inborn. You are born with it. It's your physiological makeup to have desire. But greed is obtained. One becomes greedy at a particular point in life. That's number one. Then number two, desire for a thing ends when fulfilled. If you have a desire for something, you want to have something, whatever it is, when you are able to obtain your desire, when it gets fulfilled, you get relaxed. The desire for that particular thing, it disappears. But for greed, it is not so. Greed is never satisfied. It is never content. Let's take, for example, a greedy man that desires to have a car. When he succeeds in getting that car, he might see a friend that has a very red, nice sports car. He begins to desire the car that his friend has. And when he has acquired that, he sees another one, he begins to desire that too. Why? Because his desire has migrated to become greed. It has become insatiable. So people that have greed, most times, they want to acquire more and more possession, not necessarily because there is need for it. Most times, some might just want something to boast about. So desire ends when fulfilled, but greed does not end. It cannot be restrained. It's always coming on and on. And desires always come when a need arises. When there is need for something, that's when desire comes up naturally. Since desire is your brain's way of communicating to you that you are lacking something, you need something. So when your brain gets such information, your mind begins to desire that thing that you are lacking for satisfaction. But for greed is not so. Most times a greedy person just wants to possess a lot of things. He wants something to be proud about, something to boast about, not necessarily because he needs it. He might have more than enough, but he just can't help but wanting to acquire more and more. So greed is never ending. And that's what's so rampant in our society today, that it seems as if our system is not functioning. Those that are supposed to be looking out for the citizen, looking out for the nation, they are greedy. Their primary concern is, what can we get from this nation? What can we get from these people? Not what can we do for these people. So greed is not something that we should allow. It grows with time. It increases with time. It might just become simple, but if it is nursed over time, it becomes a stronghold, and it becomes something that you cannot control or resist. That takes us to the third point. Desires is patient. When a man has desire, he makes plan. If he cannot achieve his desire for the now, he makes plan. He's patient. He waits. But a greedy man cannot wait. He's always in a hurry. And the reason is that when the greed comes up, the man gets restless. Until he fulfills his greed, he will remain restless. That's why they will do whatever it takes to to fulfill their greed, not minding whoever is being hurt in the process, whatever they do in the process. So greed is impatient. It is always wanting to have its way immediately. And desire gives peace and joy. There's happiness in desire. It's not usually accompanied with trouble. But greed is not so. When a greedy man enters into a place and the greed comes up to acquire something around him, the people around him will most likely lose their peace and their joy. Why? Because that greedy man will become restless until he dispossesses people of what they have, that thing that does not belong to him, that he is beginning to desire. Until he dispossesses people of it, he will not become restful. So greed does not give joy or peace to the people around it. Then number 4, desires may go unexpressed. A man may desire something, desire to have a car, to have a house, to get married, and you might never know that that person is having such desires. He keeps it within himself. He begins to work towards achieving his desire. But for a greedy man or a greedy woman, you will notice it. In fact, when you sit down to discuss with the person for a while, you will, from the way he talks, you can perceive that this person is greedy. Or if you engage in activities, or probably you're doing business with the person, after the first 2 times, you will know that this person is greedy. He just can't help but express his greediness. So greediness is not silence. It's very noisy. A person that is greedy always expresses that nature of greed in him. But desire is silence. So there's a big difference between being greedy and having desires. And also, desire is respectful. It respects other people's opinion. Desire does not force himself on others. Let's say, for example, a young man that is desiring to have a relationship with a young lady. If he approaches that lady in the right way and the lady says no, he stays away. Why? Because what he has is desire. And because what he has is desire, he can be empathic in nature. He can put himself in that lady's shoes. That what if I was in this lady's shoes? I wouldn't want anybody to molest me or to do to me what I don't want. So he wouldn't want to do that to the young lady. But for a man that is greedy, greediness lacks respect. It does not respect individuals' personal space. Greed invades other people's space without consideration for their feeling. It is greed that will make a man, you've approached a young lady and she says no, and yet you still go ahead to molest her or rape her. That's because you are greedy. You have an uncontrollable desire. You are unable to control your sexual desire. That is greed. So there's a big difference between having desire and having greed. Having desire is good, but having greed is bad. Desire is helpful, it is joyful, it is peaceful, but greed is troublesome. It brings unrest. So I want to encourage every one of you that is watching this video. If you suddenly realize that what you've been mistaken for desire is not actually desire, but it is greed, don't be so disappointed. The most important thing now is that, okay, you have come to identify that, oh, what I've been having is not really desire, it is greed. And your greed can be handled. It's something that can be solved. And that's why in my next video, I'm going to be talking about how to overcome unhealthy desire and how to overcome greed. If you're watching this video and you have not liked the video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Please don't forget to touch the notification bell so that you'll be one of those to be notified whenever a new video is posted on this channel. So in my next video, I'll be giving you tips on how to control unhealthy desire and how to overcome greed. Look out for my next video on Friday. Thanks for staying with me to the end of this video.